Today we're not in the void of Twitch. We are kicking back, chilling with our pals at YouTube. What is going on, guys and gals, days and them? Welcome. Doing something a little bit different today. I think I might call this, I don't know, Astra Presents, Astra Presents type thing. I will figure it out when I get out days and them, but I'm doing something different today. Alright, we're doing something different, we're doing something new. I want to talk about this game. It's a pretty new game, it just came out, called Forspoken, and I want to talk about my honest opinions on it, and honestly, how I feel about the game so far. It's not for nothing, it was a little bit underwhelming to start off with, but as of now, it's growing on me. I want to speak as much about this game as I can with things like core gameplay mechanics and more or less how the steady gameplay loop is. Because like most open worlds, I want to say it's a giant sandbox that can kind of feel a little bit empty. So, you know, that's one of the little negative aspects, to say the least. And it does take a while for the game to pick up, being that... Why do I have... Oh no, it's autosave. Okay, being that I have 2 save slots. You know, I'm 18 hours in, but that's because I have been doing nothing but non-stop exploring. Like, I'm only on chapter 6.
What's on the agenda today?
And without, you know, again, revealing too much spoilers, because that's not what I want to do. I have just been focusing more or less on getting check marks all over the map from every spot that I've visited thus far. You know, there's some spots that I have no check marks, some spots that are like more or less 100% completed. So what I've been spending a lot of my time doing, and starting off, you know, it's a slight spoiler, but it is what it is. You can see it on the top. Starting off, you only start with one skill tree that's like extremely limited. Like, you only have your regular fire, your burst shot, your scatter shot, and your shield shot, all of which are, I don't know, man, they're all kind of underwhelming, to say the least. Like, there's not much here that can be done, if I'm being 100% honest. So this is what I had for the most part with the core gameplay loop up until I fought the first story boss, which at that point completely changed my opinion of the game going forward. Because along with these diamonds here, right? The diamonds, I want to say they're your movement abilities. They're how they help you get around. So, you know, you get your leap, you get your flow, which is you know, your parkour for the game and whatnot. And this, which eventually lets you, if you can get the timing right, it's not as easy as it looks in the little video there. But if you get the timing right, you can essentially run forever. Still not good at the timing, but for those of you who've been following me for the better part of a year, you guys all know I suck at fucking video games. So, there's that. But when you get the next skill tree, you get some more movement abilities, which kind of open things up. You get access to a grapple. And along with the grapple, you can also do this while switching. Like, this here is convenient, like drag and drop, because it switches magic. Whereas you get one for her, which switches to phrase magic, which is kind of convenient. You get to switch magic pretty much on the fly. It just switches between your two forms. So the first portion of the game pretty much just have this ranged ability with variations of the range shot. Then once you beat the first boss, which is where things turned around for me, because I thought it was lacking in combat, you get a melee option with some melee moves. It really changed the way the core gameplay is and the core gameplay works. So that was big for me, because I was getting tired of just playing from a distance and just spamming R2. You know, that gets boring after a while with all the running. So what I'm going to do for you guys today in this little showcase, more or less, because like I said, I don't want to talk about the story. This game is very, very new. I don't want to ruin the story for anyone.
Horribly hot and painfully dry.
I'm gonna
Not
this
great
mini
combo.
boss here.
Well,
I'm probably gonna die because I want to show off essentially the core gameplay with essentially the upgraded skills for phrase magic, which is what you start off with, and then the melee magic. Although you guys might have seen the name, I'm not gonna say it for those of you who are probably just you know, listening versus watching intently. So we have phrase magic, and then we have the melee magic. So these are like, you know, I want to say they're like world bosses for those of you who may have played Final Fantasy game. You just really,
I think it might be time for some extreme evasive maneuvers.
No shit!
They're a pain in the ass.
We got this!
So essentially, that purple mark that you saw is an incoming mechanic that you can essentially dodge. Then there's also one more mechanic that would be the same telegraph, red, which is unblockable, which essentially is trying to tell you to get the fuck out.
I don't like the look of this.
There we go. That was one.
Got you on your toes now.
Smaller, so I was in no danger. This is a harder enemy that does have one-shot potential, so it can kill me if I'm not careful. But essentially, you know, doing this, what I'm doing now, just running around and parkouring all over the place.
Nope, not working.
Can get old really, really, really fast. So,
Okay.
looks like. Basically charge it up. It does like an explosion. And shield shot is like a shotgun, to say the least.
That's not doing much.
Like if they come in close, this has knockback potential. And it does spread damage. So it's good when you're overwhelmed. But very niche. Good thing is that the enemy movements in this game for
Now might be a good time to heal yourself.
are pretty fluid.
I am very aware of that. Thanks.
So there's always going to be a lot of movement. But the core gameplay from just the beginning, it's not really a lot to expect up until you get your melee training. Now, according to the story, the first boss that I fought is one of 4, is what it's looking like. I'm still at the very beginning of the game. I'm only in chapter 6, and I haven't bothered doing much of the story, like I said in the beginning of the video, because I've been doing just a crap ton of exploring and just enjoying what the game has to offer, and exploring the world, because this map is huge. But once you beat the first story boss, like there's plenty of mini bosses and side content. This game does have a lot in it to keep you busy.
Whoa. Hell yeah! might be getting a taste for this stuff.
There are worse habits, Astra.
Whoa!
It kind of completely changes the game because
This'll do it.
along with the tons of support magic that you get to assist your main combo,
No pain, you know.
Let me guess. Mentally, at least.
You know me so well.
it does
Oh,
nullify
this
that damage.
Aha!
This changes the game. Because playing from a melee perspective, god damn that hurt. Just adds a little more layers of depth
My ace
to
in
the
the hole.
game and makes it a bit more of an engaging experience because the parkour with the melee content is absolutely phenomenal.
Try this for
Don't
size.
get me wrong, it's also fun with the range aspect, but this makes it very up close and personal for those of you who are looking for like a very brawler kind of game.
Time for my favorite. I got just the thing. That'll do it.
So
Yeah.
this game does answer that question. It's just that like unless you're rushing through the story, in my opinion, it can take a little while to get to me about 6 hours. But
A few words of wisdom from yours truly, Holmes.
Literally the last thing I need.
that's my own fault for
Okay.
wanting to take my sweet ass time.
Whoa! Did we just
Yes, now finish the job.
die? Ready to rip. That's it.
Do something.
But the game's been fun, and I like the
Hey,
mix up.
Sila.
For the people who
Uh-oh.
are like really great at gaming,
You can't just
like
fire
this
away
game
willy-nilly.
rewards you a lot for
Why
doing
not?
parkour
Use it while you got it.
and
That's what I
not
say.
getting it.
Yeah.
I won't say the grade system is as nice as Devil May Cry's grading system, but you do get to feel rewarded for staying on your toes and managing your stamina. So there's a bit of a risk
Happy to soldier
reward
on.
system.
Yeah,
Okay, the
I'll
turns
survive.
Die, honestly.
Seems we're
But
free of
we
any
keep this
immediate
really
danger.
short. I may decide to do some streaming of this later on in the day, just so you guys can see some exploring, slight story spoilers, because if I do stream it, I'm obviously going to be doing the story and whatnot as well. But the main purpose of this video and this live presentation was more or less the core gameplay mechanics for those of you who might be looking to get into this game. That you could see that the game does have a lot to offer, despite the spicy reviews it's been getting, with the world being empty and boring. You know, it just depends if this is your type of game. You can build up if you want to rush through the game and then do maybe a new game plus, having all of your abilities or so. That's an option as well. But the game does open up after a while. It gives you a lot more to want to look into. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this here, because I don't want to turn this into a giant stream. I want to keep this essentially short for YouTube purposes, so that you guys can be able to come in, take a look at it, and see if it's something you want to see. You guys can feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you see, and also follow me on Twitch, where I stream 5 nights a week. For the most part, I play a lot of Predecessor, but eventually it's going to get mixed up, and I'm going to be playing a whole lot of other games, because I do a lot of variety. Thanks for coming. You guys are fantastic, and I will catch you all on the next stream. Probably be tonight at 9:30 p.m. Peace.